knowledge makes you great.
It's been 25 years of passionate chasing.
Let me also welcome the legend Air Commodore Mutanna ji. Thank you so much, sir. Blessed. You were the first to join. Ram, I hope you saw him.
No, I can't. Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening.
Nice having you here, sir. Good evening.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi, Hiranmai. Namaste. Yeah.
Namaste.
So just remember to remind me that slot when we are going to sing, okay?
Sure, sir. Yes.
So for the benefit of all of you who have joined, we have three musicians, joining from different parts of Karnataka, one from Hubli, and Kiranmai is a magical musician. So we're going to listen to her. She's joining from Bangalore. And then we have a harmonium artist from Hubli. Because of the poor network, he can't join live. So somehow he has managed to send a video recorded just half an hour back. He quickly got it edited because of sound issues. So that will also come in between. All right. So what we will do, let me just start. Probably we'll start. There are some 10 people. Let's start. First of all, this is a very humble tribute to a great guy, Ashok Narasimhan, who touched our hearts, many ways over the years. He had this very unique ability to touch people's heart. I think, something I am reminded of Dr. Kalam, because, Dr. Kalam inspired us because he had something for all of us. Whether people who met him, people who were known to him, people whom he did not know, he had very unique way of communication. I think how Ashok kept in touch with all of the aviators of Indian Air Force and the people whom he had some connection was through his letters, through his emails. So I think he was abundantly blessed by uh, Goddess Saraswati because he used the communication channel to reach people. And, and remember, he doesn't have any PhD in communication. He is not a literature student. He is not a very publicity-seeking guy. He did it. He did it with amazing silence. His commitment was wrapped in his silent work. So this is the only way we can offer our pranams, and I'm happy that did something amazing and shown to the world. Itna bada dil hai for Indian Air Force. The way the chief wrote the and also the ACS who wrote. These are amazing things that will inspire generations. As a chap who has followed Air Force for almost 3 decades, I haven't witnessed something like this. I think this will now give birth to many more Ashoks, many more Mutannas, many more Ramjis. Also, yes, hi Renu, hi Renu. We have Guru Mutanna here, Air Commodore Mutanna.
Thanks to everybody.
Yeah, and also your buddy Ram, and also colleagues from Ashok's colleagues from HAL, Ramesh and Madhu, and a lot of young artists were going to perform. So what I was telling Venu was how Ashok touched all of us with his very unique way of communication. So I was equating him with his communication skills with Dr. Kalam, because Kalam touched our heart through talking to us. He carried all of us in his hearts very genuinely, he communicated, he replied, and he did it all the time. So that is what even this guy did. He chased us. He did not bother us. So let me just first, before getting into the inaugural, we have this one tabla artist who have requested that he need to perform and exit because he has got sessions in till late night. So I have not seen him. Once he joins, we will switch over to him. So first, let me go to Air Commodore Muthanna,
Yeah.
who has lot to share. Sir, over to you, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It was a tremendous shock to me when I learned about Ashok's passing. So I was stunned, and I was totally silent for about 5 minutes because he had just written to me end of March, and I was yet to, although I had texted a reply to him, but I was supposed to send him some cotton patches, etc. And I thought as soon as this lockdown is over, I'll go across to the post office and do that. And unfortunately, I was not able to, and I will always regret not having sent him what he asked for. I've, about 9-10 years back that he called me up one day and he said, I am Ashok, and he introduced himself, and he was so nice about, whatever he had to say. And thereafter, we kept in touch quite frequently. And I used to meet him only during Aero India times, especially in the HAL hall and things like that. And used to exchange some ideas as to what he is doing and, how he is so proud of the Indian Air Force and what the Air Warriors are doing and what we were doing in HAL, especially in flight ops. And it was always very nice engaging with him. And I will sorely miss him and miss our interactions. And I'll pray to God that he keep his, let him rest in peace. And I once again convey my condolences to the family, to give them, may God give them the strength to bear this unbelievable loss. Thank you.
Air Commodore Muthanna, you have close to four decades of experience in Indian Air Force.
Yes, sir.
In these 4 decades, have you ever come across a passionate aviation enthusiast like Ashok?
From within the system, definitely not. And HAL, no. I mean, I have never seen anybody like him who is to proactively come and compliment me on every small occasion, every small achievement that I had. No, he was rarest of the rare. I have no doubt in saying that.
He was the rarest of rare. So that is what Air Commodore Muthanna is saying. Remember that whatever, especially Air Commodore Muthanna, Ramji, Renu, this is getting recorded and this will be later on put on YouTube. So kindly address the youngsters then who will be watching, because this program is for those fellows, tomorrow's Badurias, tomorrow's Ramjis, tomorrow's Renus, tomorrow's Nambis. So this program is for them as well. So please keep them locked on to your target, the youngsters. So let me now go straight away to our tableist.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
All right. So Sumit, go ahead and show us your magic. So because
sure.
Yes.
My rhythmic tribute and prayers to Ashok ji. My humble pranams to the entire family and my heartfelt condolence to everybody. And this will be my tribute, rhythmic tribute.
Can you hear this?
Few fixed compositions. I will finish with a short rela.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sumit. Really appreciate that. Very
Thank you.
Everyone, everyone you have joined. My pranams to your guru. My pranams to you from all of us. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that was our first performer, Sumit, an amazing talent. So I want to tell all of you that, COVID has eaten away the world musician stage. And young musicians like Sumit, like Hiranya, like many others, Sarfaraz Khan, and so many others. And I must tell you, all of these people are disciples of the great Ustad Faiz Khan, my friend. I'm sure we will bring him sometime. He is in his farmhouse in Hubli. He is teaching his Shishyas. So he is an amazing story. His forefathers played for the Mysore Maharajas and also for the Nawabs of Hyderabad. So that is another story. Thank you, Sumit. Let me now go to Group Captain Ramji. Yes, so you have plane loads of stories to tell us about Ashok.
Yes, very true. Good evening to everybody. Let me start by saying that Ananta, this program of yours will run out of time if I start speaking about Ashok. Such a lovely gem of a person, a one in a billion, one, most amazing person. And, on a light, I'll just talk about the happy times that we have had with him. I don't think so you got anything else but that. I always used to joke with him that but for his religious phone calls on a birthday of every family member on my anniversary, I used to joke with him, telling him that if he didn't call me, I would probably miss my wife's birthday and our anniversary. It was religious. He ensured that I don't ever forget wishing them. And every Air Force Day, every Republic Day, every Independence Day, he would be there. And like Muthana sir had said, he had written to me, and I got the letter, and I moved out of the city on some work. So I told myself, I'd spoken to him. I told him, listen, once I come back, I'll send you the stuff. He had requested for some patches and old memorabilia. I told him I would do it once I come back. My regret is I was not able to send it to him, but I'll surely send it to Aishwarya and Akshay. They should get it, and it should be part of the collection. Multiple stories. If you've got those one, I'd gone in Aero India 2019. I was offered, and I managed to go for a sortie in the Rafale. I'd left my phone in the display director's office, which is where I was. Were pushed off, running to the aircraft. No photographers around. Got into the aircraft, flew the sortie, came back, and I was telling myself, great fun, great sortie, but nothing to show for it. You would not believe it. Ashok had seen it. Next morning, I had hard copies. He met me and gave me hard copies of these, of me getting into the aircraft and getting out. Small little stuff, how he managed it, because this sortie was at 5:30 in the evening. How he managed to print it and give it to me next morning by 10 o'clock, I really don't know how, but that's him. Small little thing. In Suryakiran, while we were doing a display in 2011 Aero India, we had come up with a new maneuver, me and my synchro, the pair. And, it was missed on most people, but for, his nuanced eye, he didn't miss it. He came back, and because that got a reaction from the crowd, it was like a maneuver where we acted as if we are missing hitting each other. And that crowd's voice, he recorded on his mobile and played it back to us, because this is something you miss out sitting in the plane. You really don't know how the crowd's enjoying it. These small little things. He had that eye for the real good stuff. And even if he wanted to bring out, if you wanted us to change something, what we would call as an ideal debrief to somebody, would come, tell plane loads of good stuff that we did, and tell us, sir, if you do it like this, no, this will be really nice, and tell us plane loads of good stuff and go away. So you really don't know. You're always feeling good at the end of the day that, listen, he spoke great stuff about me. In between, he slipped in one little debrief point for you also. And, one gem of a human being. And his kids appearing for AFCAT, them missing out. He would share those disappointments with me, but he would always look at the brighter prospects about how they can do better and how they can contribute. And his colleagues from HAL would be able to elaborate on it. He spoke about a project which had been in limbo for about 10 years. I think I spoke to him last Feb, when it opened, June, July, and which they had, I think, reinitiated it. And how he was so happy about it, but also at the same time he was saying that, listen, we lost out on expertise on people who had worked on it, but he was so happy about how one of the projects which had been in limbo had been reinitiated. Small stuff like this. He would look for happiness in in everything, which is, I think, a unique quality, to able to look at the happiness in every little thing, which was Ashok, which is most amazing. And he would make you feel important. That's what I would put it that way.
Yeah, that's a very rare quality, to make somebody feel, that importance to others all the time. So I'm emphasizing all the time, doing it multiple number of years. I haven't shared, I was telling Venu, I haven't shared a bit of what he has written about me over the last, I would say, 16 years.
Wow.
Every birthday, 16 years of things what he has. I have not stored all the 16, but at least definitely last 10 years, I was going through those messages in the message. Bapre, I think, he was, and it is not those, आजकल good morning messages भी लोग forward करते हैं ना. Even that one word, good morning also is forwarded. So in that particular, इतना क्या बोलते हैं, इतना very selfish and very ingenuine world, you have somebody like Ashok who has opened his heart and soul for others. So that selflessness is what we are all here to celebrate. Wherever he is tonight, I'm sure he is, he'll be watching this. His family wanted to be, when you are talking about patches, both Mutanna sir and Ram, both of you told about the patches. So today morning, I happened to see, through a small video call, the Zoom session with the family, he has kept like PhD thesis, big files, and one file of patches, and ek page mein, different squadron numbers, this, that, and so many things. I let the family off this program because they are mourning, right? And, I don't want to get into this kind of a typical journalist question of how are you feeling, when people die, how they poke the mic and ask. So let them have their piece. A lot of things to be done when the captain goes from the ship, isn't it? So somebody has to study the ship. So amazing. And even an Air Force museum probably will come second to what he has done. A wall full of air warriors, all you guys.
Absolutely. What? Oh, sorry, Ananta. One small little thing. When Suryakiran was going to be revived after 2011, we had shut down. It was going to be revived. You will not believe the kind of research he had done. At home, I've got a CD which he sent me. Okay, with the design of the aircraft design of every formation aerobatic team in the world. Every formation aerobatic team in the world, their numbers, which country, what is the colors that they design in, along with the photographs of it, entire thing written, and suggestive measures of how we can, we should take the best out of everybody and make it look good. You will not, that is, to do that kind of a research, you need to be seriously passionate and love something, and you should, it cannot come, it has to come naturally. It cannot be an artificial act. The kind of stuff that you would do, this, I've still got that CD with me, with that entire thing. Phenomenal is the word.
All right, so let me now go to his HAL, his colleagues from who have come from the lab. First and foremost, to Madhu. Madhusudan, is his very close friend, family friend. He is the man who is helping out the family to ensure that, whatever the benefits and other things, the family gets it on time. So Madhu, I have seen your professional life, as a journalist. Today morning, when I was discussing with some of your colleagues about this program, tons of messages, your GM,
Yes.
another inspiring person, Padmavati, she had sent me a lot of messages, what his colleagues told about him, what they felt. how was Ashok in the lab? What kind of a person was he in the lab?
Truly speaking, actually, first of all, I am missing my hero. I'm missing a lot, actually. So Ramji sir was, whatever he was telling, the all conversations about him, and Mutana sir, whatever his conversations, every day, every minute, actually, wherever time permits, if we used to discuss in the lab, lot of discussions will happen. And moreover, actually, how he wants to like give the messages to all people. Every day he used to talk to me regarding this thing. Apart from this, a different Ashok is there in the lab, actually. The moment he enters into the lab, he will ensure that all things, all tools are in place. First and foremost job is to do that. Second job, he used to come and water the plants, because he made a garden in the lab, actually. More than 200 plants have been planted in a small lab. And every day he used to water everything and comes to my table and cleans and then shouts at me, "You are not doing your job," and says, "You keep your table clean first, then you start your work, it will be good." Every day used to be like that. And a small conversation in the morning with all team members and say how about things, and then current affairs we used to discuss, small amount of time, like 10-15 minutes. Then he goes for his work. And when he goes for his work, actually it is, you cannot pinpoint his work, actually. It is so like professionalism he shows. And the usage of tools is actually so particular. And if he try to do like something else, means he has to shout like anything. "No, Madhu, you are not doing." Like you don't call me Madhu, actually he'll call me sir. "Sir, you are not doing good. You have to do this way. You have to do this way. You tell these people you're not doing properly." Like that, he used to like bang me like anything, and he used to behind me anything. And somebody comes from other labs for help or sort of work. First, he will ask me, if he will not ask me, actually, he will ask me to send it to me. Actually, he used to, I am supposed to tell him so that what he has to do. Then only he will do. Otherwise, he will not do at all. And actually, best part of his actually is lunchtime. Very particular, very precise. He used internet for almost say 12 o'clock to 12:30 is our lunchtime. Precisely, he works from 12 o'clock to 12:35 only. And he utilizes internet like work. So actually, like, I don't know actually how to tell also. Very informatic decisions. Even I doesn't know actually as a technical person. And he used to give me the like printouts of radars around the world, how it has to be, how we have to be. He used to suggest me, "Sir, why don't we do like this?" Like recently, the Su-30 antenna installation was the issue for us actually. And he used to like, "Sir, aircraft mein aisa laga hai, aircraft mein aisa laga, why you cannot offer that kind of suggestions used to give me. It's down to earth actually. Even
So what I feel is that perhaps there was an Abdul Kalam in a chair.
Yeah, exactly, sir. Exactly.
The chair recognized that there was a Kalam in a chair.
And I am proud that actually one of the photographs, autograph was given by Kalam to me. The original photograph I have given to him actually. Original photograph I have given to him. That much closeness, that much actually what I can say, I cannot say in words actually. And whatever I shared with me, he used to share some of them, because he has given me, my daughter actually, one t-shirts. Like whenever he goes to air shows, he used to give me some giveaways also from there actually. We used to share among the, even patches also from other, this thing used to share with me. Whatever I got, I used to share it with him. Actually, it is just like a mutual this thing.
Yeah, so very interesting thing. Yeah, good thoughts from you. I was speaking to some of the very top Indian Air Force officials now in service.
Sir, one more thing. Actually, I just want to
The
share
Air
the
Force
last
touch,
moments
the
of
Air Force touch what he gave was amazing. In the sense, Ashok was an employee of HAL.
yes,
24/7, he had the Air Force touch because any part he touched, he knew that there is a man in the cockpit.
yes, exactly.
Life
And
was always at the risk. And
I,
quite
I,
often, a lot of
I
things have been
I
reported.
just want to add one more thing, sir. I just want to add one more thing.
Hang on, Madhu.
Yeah.
Quite often, there were a lot of things spoken about what HAL does not do, its relationship with Air Force, all that. But the fact is that customer, keeping the customer and his or her needs. I think it's a great example.
Great, Anish.
What he has put. I hope young middle management guys like you, Madhu, when you climb up the ladders of HAL,
Is there behind?
it has to be a perfect benchmark, a perfect reference book for the future generations because, everybody wants a fighting Air Force, fighting fit Air Force. For that, you also need a fighting fit HAL. And for that, we need fighting fit Ashoks, Madhus, and many more. Yeah, continue. You want to speak?
Actually, I just want to share recent instances of what happened for the last 1 month. Actually, recently we actually in HAL we like a lot of procurement have stopped recently actually, and it happened. Some of the signal generators instruments which generally we use was scrapped almost all. You don't believe actually he has saved more than 70 lakhs worth of equipment in a span of 2 days. He made made operational and given to me. This is my last gift. Last month, 28th of March, he has done the repair and given to me. It is a gift to the lab actually. Made operational. It was scrapped and made operational and made working condition, and we are using it now. And that is, we really actually, I really appreciate that actually you have down to earth making the lab operational in all phases. So many things are there. It is not only the one, this is recent thing. So many things which is scrapped for something he has made operational. It is so beautiful. And one more thing actually, whenever any visitor comes from outside, first and foremost, HAL Hyderabad sees our lab. First visit will come to our lab. So such a beautiful atmosphere will make so that everybody sees that we'll go first here, then we'll go ahead.
All right. So, yeah, Madhu, so all the speakers who have spoken, kindly mute.
Yes.
Let me now go to Wing Commander Venu Nambishan. Where are you, Venu? I have to, yes. Venu, all right. So, to all the youngsters who have joined, the voice of Surikiran, the SCAT team, right from 1996 onward, the first air show, to the air show of 2019. Am I right?
In the Air Force then, but of course, as with Surikiran from 2009 onwards.
Yeah, all right. So, so he was the voice. We have heard him. We also heard Ram in different in 2019. They were part of other teams. So, you have, because I think SCATs ran through his blood.
Absolutely.
It ran through his skull. He was a SCAT man. And I don't think so you guys will ever get a better brand ambassador than Ashok. Over to you, Venu. Please inspire us with stories from the skies.
Good evening, everybody. It's indeed an honor to be here amongst this august audience, and that too for something as I would say as unparalleled as a tribute to somebody whom we all liked, whom we all loved. And it is still hard for me to say in past tense about Mr. Ashok. All of us are probably grappling with the change. So like Ramji was saying, let's keep it to the happy memories that we've had with him. And let's not talk about him leaving us as such. I'm sure he's left a piece of himself with all of us. Ananta, you rightly said that, he was a scat man, totally. In fact, you know what? I used to take pride in the fact that, I used to consider myself as the #1 fan of the Suryakiran aerobatic team right from the day I have seen the Suryakirans perform, and probably as way back in 1980s when I first saw the Kiran flying and the Hunters, the Thunderbolts which came over to fly in Trivandrum, and having the being disappointed at them not being able to take off because of the crowd getting onto the runway and things like that. So the aerobatic teams were always there in my blood. But then I always thought that, there can't be a bigger fan of the Suryakiran aerobatic team than me. When I lost a chance to join SCAT as a pilot because I got grounded and had to join the navigation stream, the first opportunity I got to join as an administrator, I had joined. As a cadet, I had the SCAT bombburst kind of painted on my helmet with my call sign, and that was my identity. Then cut to 2009 when I'm a SCAT member already. Then I meet Ashok Narasimhan, and then I realized that my love for the team, or like my passion for the team, was nothing. It completely paled in comparison to what Mr. Ashok had. In fact, I would say that he loved my job more than I did. He valued my job more than I did. And there was, if you were to put a value on it, there was no way that you could kind of equate that with anything else of the kind of passion that he shared. Ananta, you said that SCAT ran in his blood. It was there totally like in him totally. In fact, I can also say that the color of his blood would be Day-Glow orange and not red. Day-Glow orange is the color of the Suryakiran aircrafts. So that is what I feel it is. And that is about his passion. I mean, his passion for the Air Force and of course Suryakiran as such is something which all of us know, all of us who are gathered here know very well about it. And but what I'd like to point out about Mr. Ashok is that about like Mr. Madhu very rightly pointed out about the professionalism. There were instances when our talks used to kind of wander onto his sphere of work, and the passion with which he would probably explain to me the microwave modules that he's operating on, and give the man his due. He would never reveal anything about any project which was supposed to be confidential. He would just say, I'm working on a classified project, or he would maintain it in such a way that the person who's listening to it will not feel in any way offended that he's not telling me what's happening. Very nicely he would put it across to me. He would articulate it very well, and then with a lot of passion tell me what he is doing. And it was very evident that he was, like Mr. Madhu rightly said, pushing for perfection everywhere. Another thing, I hope his family would, his children would someday be listening to this recording. I'm sure Ananda will be sharing it with them someday. Like you said, now they are in private mourning later. He was, like Ramji said, like whenever he wanted one of his children to be in the services, when they didn't make it, of course, he was disappointed. But give the man again, his children did extremely well. And like most of the parents, I would probably include myself in that, we would kind of boast and kind of slightly inflate the achievements of our children, justifiably so in many cases. But Ashok was not the one who would do that. He had every reason to be absolutely proud and probably tom-tomming about the whole town as to what his children have done and achieved. But he wouldn't. He was very proud of his children. There's no doubt about it. But keeping it at a very subtle, pitching it at a very subtle level. He was passionate about his job. He was passionate about like his hobbies. And when in today's times, when we say that I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. Oh, I would love to probably read a book, but then somehow I don't have the time for it. Look at Mr. Ashok. He was very good at his job. There was no way he would probably leave his job for anything. He would do his work in the most professional manner. At the same time, he found time for fulfilling his hobbies as such, whether it is aviation, whether it is gardening, anything. So that is something which I would like to tell everybody also. Like, live your life to the fullest. Pursue your passion. There is nothing called I don't have time. Look at Mr. Ashok. He was also working like one of us, but he managed to do that. And another thing with his interpersonal relations, like Ramji said, sometimes I might have forgot about my birthday had it not been for Mr. Ashok's call. In fact, many times I remember telling him, somewhere he would call me in the evening and I said, yes, I said, now my birthday, I feel that my month is complete because it couldn't have been without your call. Last, we spoke on his birthday and somehow I managed to call him before the clock struck 12, and then I told him, apologies for calling up late. I said, we've got a few more minutes left for your birthday, but then I can't, like, if there is one person whom I want to wish on a birthday, it's you, because you never miss mine. We had a nice, good conversation late into the night also. And I would just say that, Mr. Ashok was the goodness of mankind distilled. That's all I can say about that man. And I offer my pranams to him.
Amazing thoughts, very well, put across. And when you were talking about the kids, yeah, wonderful kids, Aishwarya and Akshay. Akshay has just come back from Germany. They both did the last rites, in the sense, the ashes, immersed ashes and all. Yes, in fact, he told Aishwarya that dreams define you, and which will make you Amar. Was he also a philosopher? With that bit, the weight at which हम लोग इतना books पढ़ते हैं, फिर भी I feel when you write something, it's not the best. But when somebody speaks like this, dreams define you, and that will make you Amar. That also probably showed the inner soul. It showed the kind of software what he was, perhaps we didn't know. And Ashok's story in the last 1 week, from May 1st to today, it's 7, right? 1 week, whatever we have been doing, social media, tweeting, all that. Several people in HAL had no clue about it. Fair enough, because we wouldn't know. It's a huge organization. You wouldn't know, and there are so many employees, and he was not an officer, remember? He was the chief supervisor. His own kids, both Akshay and Aishwarya, had no clue that his father had so many contacts. In the sense, they just probably looked at those wall hangings and said, "Chalo, he was interested in all this." But the way that man connected with people, and rightly said by you, Venu, he was, वो बोलते हैं ना, I keep telling these days, he perhaps knew his assignment on this planet. He was one such soul. Amazing it is. So now time to break the monotony. Let me just take you guys to the artist from Hubli, Deepak Marathe, who recorded this and and sent across.
Namaste. This is Deepak Marathe, here to perform a small tribute to Mr. Ashok Narasimhanji, our prayer to the family. I'm thankful to Dr. Anand Krishnanji for giving me an opportunity to pay this tribute. Today I'm performing a very famous Thumri, Yaad Piya Kiya Hai, and this is my humble attempt.
Yeah, if you can unmute and just tell us about things that we don't know. Don't repeat the same thing what Madhu said. You know, Now that Ashok is not there with you guys in the lab, what are the things you miss?
Yeah, firstly, good evening to all. Ashok Narasimhan sir is something different. He is the definition of discipline, first of all. Still, we are unable to digest. He is not in the lab because every corner in the lab, if you see one aeroplane, he will make on his own some 3D models of the aeroplanes and he will hang at every corner of the lab. Really, whenever we see that aeroplanes, 3D models, just simply by use of on cardboards, by use of simple cardboards, he will make a 3D models of the aeroplanes. By seeing that, we will feel like a real feel of real feel of a metal aeroplane. And whenever we see his table, his assembly station, and his journals, the way he is organizing the things in the lab, everything we can define it is a discipline. Till now, we did not understand how he will manages the time. The time right from the morning, he joins to the office at around 8 o'clock till the end of the day. How will he will arrange the things morning and he will work for assembly of microwave PCBs. He will participate in the testing along with all other colleagues, and he will read journals. He will make plantation, right from the plane to plants. Everything he will make it in order in the lab. He will one major quality of Ashok Narasimhan sir. He will respect everyone in the lab, everyone in the company, whether irrespective of the age. He will call even me also as a sir. I am very younger to him in the lab. He will call everyone as a sir. He respects everyone. He listens to the people first, and he will suggest what can be do better for a better output. It is really, if we start keep on saying, just it is a repetitive of what our earlier speakers has told, our Madhu sir has told. He is an extraordinary guy, sir. He may be left from our sight, maybe definitely he lives in our hearts. Thank you.
Yeah, amazing. So he will live in our heart. So let me also quickly go to another colleague of his who worked with him. Again from HAL, Ramki. Ramki, if you could kindly straight away hit the point. What kind of why are we talking about Ashok tonight? What got us all together?
Very good evening to you all. Sir, I was a former colleague of Ashok Narasimhan. I worked in HAL Hyderabad between the year 1988 and 2001. Right now, I am in Bharat Electronics as a general manager. I was in microwave. I was very fortunate to work with him during the year 1994 to almost 2001. So I was a young engineer by that time, and I was part of the microwave team. As a design engineer, I used to design low noise amplifier, power amplifier, and oscillators and receiver. My front end, my interest was front end design. Mr. Ashok used to help me a lot. Even though he was a technician, he was more than an engineer. So when we are struggling with problems like I am not getting that VSWR, or I am not getting the noise figure, or I am not getting that particular gain, he would go into the root cause of the problem. He will solve it at a flick of his, thing. So he was a great technical mind. What I am telling is, whatever we design and develop in the lab, it was perfected by him. And he was able to operate all the equipments, whether it is a phase noise analyzer. In that time itself, it was almost a crore worth equipment. He used to maintain that, operate that. He knows the importance of that. Vector network analyzer, you name microwave, any instrument. He was so, gradually maintaining. I have learned a lot of things. as usual, no, I used to meet him in every Aero India. He used to come and patiently take, like how pilots are talking about from the top about him. I used to see him from the ground. He is such a passionate gentleman. Really, we miss him. He is my personal friend also. He has taken a lot of photographs of my child. And he was an overall human being. As everybody is reflecting, he used to be extremely nice and extremely capable. So he made me comfortable in that microwave lab. He taught me so many things. And he is more than an engineer. And I would say whenever we are in trouble, means some circuit is not working, we'll be breaking our head. Why this is not working? Why there is not working in the... Because being an avionics equipment, many times we may have to use this what you call circuit for vibration tests, temperature tests, chamber tests. So many tests we'll be undergoing. He used to very minutely troubleshoot, tweak that microwave. A lot of things are due to impedance matching. Why that circuit is not working, we'll be breaking the head. He used to solve it with a very smiling face. And he is very, very capable of handling any microwave instrument, assembly equipment. And as Mr. Madhu was telling, he used to make that lab peck and clean. It was a shining example of a lab, how it used to be. At the end of the day, he will meticulously clean everything, keep it in its place. All the tools will be in its place. So I really enjoyed working with him. We salute his contribution to the nation, to HAL, as well as the Indian Air Force. Thank you, sir.
So that was very nice to hear. Now to his another colleague, Shyamlal. Shyamlal, you can straight away start, yes.
Yeah. With a heavy heart, Ashok Narasimhan is no more there. I'm still not able to digest things. My association with Ashok Narasimhan is very, very long. He's a close friend. He's a family friend. He was there every time. Something is there in my life. Whether it was my marriage more than 30 years back, whether my daughter's birthdays, any function, whether it is office or away from office. There were innumerable occasions where we have very closely interacted, heart-to-heart talk we had. Such a wonderful soul. It's very, very difficult to find anywhere. I don't know why. I don't know. Should I call him a colleague? Colleague is actually undermining his friendship.
Sir, I want to just interrupt and ask you, so you have seen the younger Ashok?
Yeah. I'll come to it. To start with, Ashok, he is a person very recently joined HAL as a technician, and he's working in production environment where repetitively one has to do something. There is a very limited scope, as per his thinking, limited scope for doing away from a routine thing. You may have to do more numbers, but then repetitive. Whereas he is having another way of looking at things. And he walks up to us, Shyamlal and Dr. Sridhar and other people, in microwave lab, where I was a very reasonably senior person there. And he tells why he wants to move away from production, where he is getting decent incentives money-wise, and work-wise is easy, go lucky type of work. But he wants more challenging work and more intense work, more, whether to use the word innovative or not, I don't know, but more to that person. He wants to do more. He wants to contribute more. He wants to learn more. He wants to participate more. He is very passionate about each and everything he does. Whether it's a small assembly of a complicated small micro assembly or a small computer operation. I'm talking about more than 30 years back, more than 32 years back, 33 years back. That time, there was no proper operating system. For everything, you need to go through all that see, if not see, the Microsoft was not so, DOS was not so user-friendly. There was no plug and play. That time, he used to put so much of time to do those things. Such wonderful time we had exploring all that, so many technical, not so technical, computer related, not so computer related, personal, even funny things or passionate things, photography, away from photography, general things, cinemas, persons, and whatnot. And when he came, somebody, maybe people were thinking, why this person wants to come to SLRDC or Avionics Design Bureau, where there is not much to do. Meaning, what a technician will do, some work will be given to him and he has to do the job and then get away. Both time milta hai to while away, and not much work is there. But his way of looking was different. When he came, there was a great change. No, mind you all, we had a very good job, very good lab, we had very good persons, very technically sound, very industrious, good people.
All
in
right.
such environment, he has excelled.
All right, sir. So, so let me now go to Dr. Sridharan. Just Dr. Sridharan, can you just come in, please?
Yeah. Are you able to see me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm in California. I'm sorry. How can I say about Ashok? As Shyamala was telling, in 1980s, his brother Ranganathan, who is a very close friend of mine, who was working in BIS, he came to us that my brother has come from BHEL Trichy and he is in production area. He wants to join the micro area. I was heading the group at the time. And then I gladly accepted it because I generally feel what is more important for work is attitude, not just knowledge. I said any person who has the right work attitude should be able to learn anything. Ashok was an example and is still an example for everyone. I worked there till 1992. I really feel bad. He was like my brother, my younger brother. I really feel bad. I failed to keep in contact with him after that, until the last message I got from Madam Padma Priya that I lost my younger brother. I know it was before 1986, our lab never had any AC. We had one of the best equipments. I remember we got the vector network analyzer 8510 first in India as it was released in the world. We were able to buy it as an antenna test equipment for Dr. Utkuri, but finally we took it in our lab and telling you can do antenna measurement whenever you want. I know how he maintained, because maintaining the calibration component for such high frequency precision equipment with no air conditioning, dust falling everywhere. He was very meticulous. I also remember we got the first AutoCAD software 2.3 version. And then we had a plotter called HB 7533. Shyamlal will remember. We had a diamond cutter and we used it to cut the rublet for making our thin film circuits. He's such a wonderful human being. And I feel that hearing so much through you in the Twitter and others, how much he has been a meaningful person in aviation and people in aviation, I was really stunned to a very great extent that one can achieve anything in life, like Dr. Kalam said. I was fortunate to work under Dr. Kalam for a short period of time. He is my Manasiga Guru. Then you dream big, you can achieve anything. I suggested to Padma Priya that I suggesting again to the team, we should institute an award for technicians in public sector, especially in HAL Hyderabad, honoring in the name of Ashok. I cannot speak anything more because my heart is filled. I cannot even imagine I lost a person of 58 to this dangerous pandemic. I don't know why he did not take the vaccine. It's not right to go back. But I strongly tell two things to people. Please take the vaccine. Maintain all the guidelines in the second wave. More importantly, never lose a moment in life that I forgot to contact my old friend. We do not know what is going to happen to us. There is no point in regretting I missed. I was there last year for HAL reunion. I should have found some time to meet. It's not enough to say he's my younger brother. I feel bad. What I did for him, except that once I was thinking I should bring him to US when I came in 1997. But I think I did the right thing, not bringing him to US. India would have missed a greatest person of his caliber.
Absolutely, absolutely brilliant, sir. Air Commodore Muthunna would like to ask a question to you.
Okay, please.
Sriyan, I'm sure you have accomplished a tremendous amount in your field, and you also just told us that what Ashok also has accomplished. May I request you to say something very specific to the youngsters in India as to what is it they should look up to, so that, or what is it that they should learn from a personality like Ashok?
The first thing is, there is a proverb in Tamil epic called Manonmaniyam. There's one of the person will tell the king Sivakan. I first tell in Tamil and translate in English.
Okay.
Siridum periyadum seibavarku andri, sirmayum perumayum seibavarku andri, sei tholilukku tanakkillai. The greatness is not in the job you do. It is in how you do it. That is the example of Ashok. That he never considered, oh, cleaning the equipment is not my job. Arranging the components at calibration, cleaning the calibration tool is not my job. Once you start enjoying your work, you will find satisfaction in mind. I strongly believe that is what I found in America. In no way Indians are inferior to anybody, but we are far, far better than anybody here in the work culture. The one common word used in America, even among educated engineers, is, I don't know. Indians never use a word, I don't know. We take it as a challenge. How can I say? I think Shamlal will remember, I used to tell everybody wherever I am, I only need two answers. Sir, I need these things to do this. Never there is a word called I don't know in the dictionary. And Ashok was an example for that. Perfection is another word for Ashok. I just wish how he could get so many friends in so many different areas other than from HAL, when so many great engineers, including me, with a PhD in everything, cannot gather. So there is nothing in education. Education is an opportunity, but your real learning comes in your work. He enjoyed his work. I tell the youngsters, always raise your collar, and India needs you people. When somebody asked me, if you say India needs you, why did you leave? I just went at a time, I wanted to prove to the world that Indians, to America, Indians are no inferior. It is like telling you take a gold, you want to check what is the carat, how many carat is the gold, you rub it against the stone. India, unfortunately, because so much of political, economical disparities, there is so much of politics in a work environment which has to go. We proved that Indians are nowhere inferior. But Ashok did it by staying in India under the same constraint for which we left. He never left it. That is what I tell youngsters. Never feel inferiority complex. You can learn anything by Google today. We never had it in our days of 80s and 90s. But love your job. Whatever you are doing, love your job and try to find out how best I can do this. That is the only way we pay respect to Ashok.
Sir, absolutely great. I just want to tell you, because you told about this award. So very happy to share that we have an annual event. It's a national event, but completely done under wraps, no publicity, called Guru Kalam Memorial Lecture, being held in Bangalore every October during Kalam's birth anniversary. So the first speaker was Dr. Kota in 2016. 2017 it was Rakesh Sharma, Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma. 2018 it was BrahMos CEO Dr. Sudhir Kumar Misra. 2019 it was DRDO Chief Dr. Satish Reddy. 2020 pandemic came. It was supposed to be Air Chief Marshal Bhaduria. 2021, most probably he will be the speaker, and during this event, which is done without any publicity, no media, nothing, but we honor unsung heroes.
Yeah.
We honor unsung heroes, and also we honor inspiring Indians. So I told Dr. Kota Harinarayana, who is the chief mentor of Inspired Indian Foundation, which conducts this particular event. So we have decided to institute an annual award in Ashok Narasimhan's, after his name. And who will get it? You suggested technician. Yes, perhaps that's a great suggestion, because they are again unsung heroes. So we will do that.
Yeah. I really appreciate that, because I have no other words except feeling sad that we are all helpless. We were not able to save him from this. What else we could have done it? That's my feeling. Yeah.
All right. So thank you so much.
Thank
now
you.
let's go to this young talent, Hiranmai. Hiranmai is a Hindustani classical vocalist from Bangalore, and she's a disciple of the great Ustad Faiz Khan. And for the last 14 years, she's a disciple, and she is currently a scholar at ITC Sangeet Research Academy in Calcutta. I happened to listen to a trailer a little bit over the phone today morning. Over to you, Hiranya.
Yes, sir.
I said 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Finally extended to 7-8 minutes.
Okay, sir. Sure. Firstly, I would like to begin by I'm really grateful to be performing here as a tribute to Ashok Narasimhan sir. Today I will be singing a Chota Khayal, a small bandish in Rag Bhageshri. It's a midnight melodic raga. It is set to Rag Tal Teen Tal. Thank you. Re na re पी हरवा गरवा लागो पी हरवा गरवा लागो मैं पिया से बिनती करत हूँ प्यारे पी हरवा गरवा लागो पी हरवा गरवा लागो मैं पिया से बिनती करत हूँ प्यारे पी हरवा गरवा लागो लागो बिहरवा पी हरवा गरवा लागो पी हरवा पी पी हरवा पी हरवा पी पी हरवा पी हरवा गरवा लागो पी हरवा पी हरवा गरवा लागो रे पी हरवा गरवा पी हरवा गरवा लागो पी हरवा गरवा लगन पिया सो लगन लगी है लगन पिया सो लगन लगी है लगन पिया सो पिया सो लगना पिया सो लगन लगी है लगन पिया सो लगन लगी है लगन पिया सो लगन पिया सो लगन पिया सो लगन लगी है मन का मोरा प्यार पी हरवा गरवा लागो पी हर गरवा लागो पी हरवा पी हरवा पी हरवा गरवा लागो पी हरवा पी हरवा गरवा लागो पी हरवा पी हरवा गरवा लागो लागो पी हरवा गरवा पी हरवा गरवा लागो पी हरवा पी हरवा गरवा लागो पी हरवा गरवा लागो मैं पिया से बिनती करत हूँ प्यारे पी हरवा गरवा लागो मैं पिया से बिनती करत हूँ प्यारे पी हरवा गरवा लागो पी हर पी हर पी हरवा गरवा लागो रे
Wow, that was amazing. Here, Mike.
Thank
I
you
will
so much for this
just
wonderful opportunity, sir.
perhaps before we sign off,
Yes.
if you have the time,
Yes.
we will probably sign off this event. Maybe
Yes.
a 2 minutes session of yours.
Sure,
So
sir.
let me now straight away go to, don't unmute. I want the pilot to ask a question. Venu, when did you last time ask a question to a young musician?
Yes, very much. I'm very much here, but I would, very rightly, what do you call it? I'm saying pass it on to Ramji because, Ramji is currently, he's got the experience of a military aviator as well as he's now an airline pilot. So I think Ramji would be a better person to probably take on that question. Right, Ramji?
Okay, Ramji, over to you. Yes.
So you don't ask questions to musicians. You just listen to them quietly and let them sing and enjoy their music. And I was just typing to Ananta, on mobile. How can Ananta be there and somebody not singing a song? He he ensures that whatever be the event, even in Aero India also, even when he came to interview us in the flight director's office, he made us all sing a song before he left. No, but this is such a wonderful thing by Ananta to give opportunities and to expose such young talent to all of us. Such an amazing thing that Ananta is doing. And there's no question. I just have to say, I really loved the song. Loved the way she sang. Really, really good. Thank you so much. We should this evening I would put it as an evening to be celebrated, to celebrate a great human being. So thank you so much for the lovely song. Thank you.
So Group Captain Ramji, you will see Hiranmai, you will see lot of Shreya, Sarfaraz Khan, Sumit, Deepak Bhai, lot of these guys sometime maybe in future when the world opens up, flying on your airlines. And in case if you have an opportunity, please upgrade them to the business class.
Absolutely. Just put a word, Ananta, anytime.
Yes. And if I am there along with them, perhaps we can have a small musical session. There is.
Is it possible that you are there and there's somebody not singing?
Right. So Hiranmai will stay back and let me now, just wanted to, go back to Shyamlal sir because, he wanted to continue with his, I am unmuting you, sir. 1 second. I'm asking you to unmute. So now I request all the speakers to kindly go on a supersonic mode with your thoughts. I want to ask you as a journalist now, not as a friend of all of you. HAL, for the HAL employees, in general, whether employees or officers, what is that great lesson Ashok has left behind for generations to follow?
Willingness, giving everything for the type of thing he has been invited, he has been requested, he has been given opportunity to. He has been, it's not just give this work and do it. No, make him part of the work, part of the bigger goal. When he's doing assembly, he's seeing the radar. He's actually seeing the radar. He encourages his own bigger people by showing that picture to them. If you can, if individuals bring such thing to the team will always excel. And we'll see very few Narasimhans, Ashok Narasimhans, but then that will be a great thing. As I was just saying, cutting your question, I was telling passion. I always see Ashok as a very, very passionate person. He has got lot of facets, lot of things, excellence in many aspects, but it is the passion with which he has pursued extra professional activities, reaching all of you, air warriors, the type of work you are doing. He has put every single resource at his hand, whether it is friends or through colleagues or through bosses, through whichever means, even at great expense, whether it is to fly to Bangalore, whether it is to go to Air Force Dindigul or any other Air Force base, reaching to individuals and expressing without that hesitation, showing a very clear his thinking. So you can't help but connect with him. It's very, very difficult not to connect with him. It is very, very difficult not to be in sync with him. He can reach anybody, whether it is, I wonder, not just managers. He can talk to general managers so effortlessly, so smoothly, giving all the due respects, but at the same time making point. Is initially every big people may feel, "Arey, kya hai? What is this fellow is coming and trying to reach me?" But give him a bit of listening, you will understand what is Ashok Narasimhan. And with every
Yeah, all right. So great thoughts. I'll have to let you go and now give an opportunity to Arsh Sethi.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
All right. Okay. So Arsh Sethi is here. So you were a colleague of Ashok, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I am just falling short of words thinking about Ashok Narasimhan sir, because recently due to my personal circumstances, I had to leave HAL around 5 months ago, and I just miss being in touch with him, though I had contacted him after coming here, and he was the one who was quite motivational as a elder person to me. He used to guide everybody, like all the youngsters in the lab. He used to have a quite motivational aspect towards everybody, be it their personal things or professional things. He used to always gel with everybody in all aspects, and he was quite a nature lover. Like when I had birds at home, he always used to inquire even about one bird which died. He was always worried about that one bird which died. What was the reason that your bird has died? And he was so concerned about everything, be it the lab equipments or the small things which we have. So he quite often I have also seen him talking to his daughter during the lunch breaks, and how inspirational he was to his daughter. I can never assume anybody being so helpful and so motivational as a father, who could always guide her and give her motivational things, give her the right sense of direction, that why she has to pursue a particular way in life, what she has to do if she's feeling upset, and what she has to do to be strong. And he always encouraged her to be a strong lady and not be bent down with the societal norms. And I really feel sad for his daughter, the sense of condition which she might be feeling right now, because I have never seen any father being so much involved in each aspect of any their kids' lives. And this is the same with everybody, not only his daughter, but with everybody who has any kind of touch with him. So really feel sad for. In fact, I would also say that he used to talk often about his mother, who was, I think, above 85 or 90, and how strong and healthy she was. So he always had this health consciousness also in his mind. But I think because he was too meticulous, and because he was too much involved in taking any particular decision, I think that is the only reason he could not finally decide to take vaccination, because he used to research everything so well before taking on a particular step. So this could also be the reason that he could not do that on time, and maybe this is the reason he's not no more with us.
And I must interrupt and tell you, there is nothing to feel sad about it, because he has given birth to 2 commandos and not constables. I'm not undermining constables, but Akshay and Aishwarya, especially Aishwarya, because you are speaking about her. She is an amazing girl. She's a commando by herself, lot of Ashok Narasimhan in her. And the father-daughter relationship, as you rightly pointed out, I think Ashok very, very well proved her children by giving them freedom, by teaching them amazing lessons in life, and as you rightly said, spending time. I have been interacting with them for the last 1 week. I think you have a commando there in Aishwarya. And let us also not forget one lady tonight, but the GM of SLRDC. Padma Madam is amazing, a very inspiring leader, because the kind of freedom she gave to her troops, because I have met her 10 years back, we kept in touch, but the kind of, when you talk about leadership, how does Ashok Narasimhan, not being an officer, will able to do many things because of the kind of freedom she gave, the kind of challenges she was willing to offer to these kids of hers. Ashok cannot be called as a kid, but then he often used to say the kind of respect he got from, his seniors. So we have to give a big salute to, and it's very rare to find a GM, a lady, a woman GM in HAL. There could be one or two, but a big salute to her as well, because, and even in the last 1 week, the kind of things she did silently, that was amazing. Because there are many people in HAL who have lost their lives because of COVID, even in armed forces. So Ashok is not one single case, but there are many others. But because the kind of passion, love, all of us shown, Venu, Ramji, Indian Air Force in general, I haven't seen like this in my career, something like this, for a man outside the pouch. This is really great.
I guess I'm the oldest member here. So I left HAL in 1981. So, Shailesh Amin, Mehta, these are the people that I used to work with. So I have known Ashok. He was a very diligent person. Though I was not in direct, say, per day-to-day contact in terms of work, but I found him to be a very cooperative person, a very simple person, and willing to help people. That was his nature. So because of my least association with him, I may not be able to talk too much about him, but I have an utmost respect for him. I'm calling from USA in New Jersey right now. And, my condolences go to the family. He's a great person. I really miss him.
All right. So thank you for your kind words. So again, back to Vico Venu. You are a special guest, both of you, and like all others. But just want to ask you, this Air Force one-man bonding. It is not Air Force HAL bonding. It is aviator one man versus and Air Force.
Yes.
One man versus many people in Air Force. See, I can understand if it is 10 people. This is squadron after squadron, and it hasn't happened in the past. So, what are the youngsters who are watching this program later or even now? A lot of takeaways from his life, 58-year-old man's life. But as an Air Force pilot who has been there, what is that you wish to see so that the future HAL Air Force relationship in terms of delivering great stuff for the nation? HAL is doing an amazing job. So is Indian Air Force. What is that you wanted to, that Ashok effect, if you want to term it as the Ashok effect, that the generations need to carry on?
It is actually, if you look at it, there are we will have to look at it at 2-3 planes of it. One is, in fact, forgive me for using the pun, planes. I mean, on 2-3 levels, I would rephrase myself. One is at the purely professional level, wherein the Indian Air Force, if I were to, unfairly use Suryakiran as a template for the Indian Air Force, and of course, in a certain way, I'm justified because we used to call ourselves the ambassadors of the Air Force. So for everything that the Indian Air Force stood for, perfection in every manner, that kind of reflected in Mr. Ashok. Like you could have listened to many of his former supervisors, colleagues, and his subordinates talking about him, of his relentless pursuit for perfection in what he was doing, and almost to the level of, kind of OCD, like Mr. Madhu was mentioning about, starting off with your, desk being clean. And that actually, if you look at it, that is kind of a Japanese philosophy, one of the 5 S's. The first one is, to get everything neat and clean so that, you start off, when you're going towards that Six Sigma process. So that aspect, that aligns perfectly well with the Indian Air Force philosophy. We cannot, I'm sure Muthana sir would be here, he would be able to tell everybody 1 second would, translate into a few nautical miles. And that kind of error, that is something we cannot afford to have. And Ramji also, having flown the fast jets, will definitely like to tell us what it is to have munitions which are which are not coming within the range of a few hundred meters, a few meters. I wouldn't even say 100 meters. So that kind of perfection is what the Indian Air Force is looking for, and that was very well reflected in Mr. Ashok's work. Secondly, on a very interpersonal level, like somebody mentioned here that whatever Mr. Ashok, let's say, probably like we always talk about the radar when it comes to Mr. Ashok, it is using of any equipment on board the aircraft, he would kind of correlate with the person inside the cockpit. Probably he had so many pilot friends, so for him he would be thinking that I'm going to be fitting this onto a MiG-29 aircraft. That is what like Ramji sir is going to be flying. I would be fitting this onto probably this munition would be probably mated to Tejas, which probably would be tested by Mutana sir or probably somebody else. So that kind of a connect that he had. So he would go beyond the thing of he would go beyond the realm of purely the mechanical part of it. He could like kind of visualize the person sitting there, and that absolutely perfect blend of his interpersonal relationships merging with his professional life was something which was there. Thirdly, on a different plane, when you look at it, a man of passion. His work was something else, and like his passions were totally different, and he found time for that. Well, like one of his former colleagues mentioned about even inquiring about the pets or like the garden which he used to be maintaining. That kind of passion was unmatched.
All right, so just carry on from there, Ram. Please carry on the same. Yeah.
If I have to, having heard all of you, if I have to take an analogy, I would rather call, Ashok the Rajnikant of probably HAL. You know what people want, and you're able to give it to them, be it professionally, be it at a personal level. You know what the requirement is, and you're meeting it. That's why he's giving a hit after hit. That's why he's got so many friends out here, which is cutting across the the spectrum of the people. And not just that, to be able to visualize yourself in that place, and while doing all that, maintaining your passion. This huge thing which we see in a whole lot of offices: love your job and you don't have to work every single day and all that. I don't know how many of us have actually felt it. Some of us have, but you look at somebody else and you realize that this is what the case is. Probably Ashok would be that person. He loved everything he did. Probably he didn't do anything he didn't love at all. So that's why he excelled in whatever he did, even if it is making friends, connecting with people, everything. So I think that kind of sums it up. It's, if you have to look at somebody else for an example of loving your work, loving what you do, I think Ashok kind of meets that benchmark which is required.
Absolutely. Venu, are you back?
Yes. I'm apologies for the disconnect which happened in between.
No problem. Take off from wherever you left.
What I was trying to say is that to the youngsters who were there, are that many times you might be focused on one particular goal of yours and kind of get stuck onto that. Remember, life is much more than, by all means. I mean, of course, by all means, pursue your goal. That is something that you should do with an unmatched zeal or enthusiasm, definitely. But at the same time, do not forget to live your life. And that exactly is something that you can, take out from Mr. Ashok Narasimhan's life. Excellent professional. He did very well in his job, in his passions, everywhere which was there. And of course, a complete family man. Realize it is a multi-dimensional thing that what life has got to offer, and explore each and every avenue that it has to offer. Don't just get stuck onto one particular track. And that is what I would like to tell all the youngsters here. Live your life to the fullest in all ways possible, Vijay. Expand yourself and try to raise yourself to a realm which is much more than the mundane or the ordinary.
These are priceless words from amazing aviators of Indian Air Force. And let me now, how can I keep Air Commodore Muthunna, my hero, silent? Sir, your take.
Anant, we have heard glowing tributes from people who are far closer to him. I realize now then that I was. He goes even higher in my esteem presently. And I think what we all have to imbibe, and especially youngsters, is that we have to be passionate about India. Forget HAL, forget Indian Air Force. We are all subunits of a much larger concept, one nation of ours. So be passionate about India and let us make India great. Thank you.
Be passionate about India. Let us make India great. Time to land, because we are almost going to touch 2 hours. So I wanted to now sign off. Over to the angel in the group, Hiranmai.
Thank you,
And
sir.
after this, we will end this.
I would like to sing a composition in Rag Bhairavi, Bhavani. Thank you.
Great. And
Thank you so much.
I must tell you, Hiranmai,
Yes.
again we have to thank Ashok.
Yes.
Because of him, we
Definitely.
discovered you.
Thank you. Means a lot, sir.
Because of that great Punyatma, we
Yes.
discovered many young talent.
Yes.
Because of perhaps that incident that happened on May 1st, a thought came in my mind. Whatever programs I do, I should also embed music to it and give an opportunity not to the great musicians I know, they are great, but to the unsung and the inspiring and the gifted young talent. Again, thanks to Ashok. Because of him, me and Ramji are talking and seeing each other because after pandemic, we haven't even met, seen. Because of that, I also got connected with, because of him, Patna Priya ma'am, an amazing lady, I told you, GM of HALSLRDC. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and whoever is going to watch this later. Remember, you must tell your grandchildren, there was a man in India from the city of Nawabs and Kebabs called Ashok Narasimha, who touched the heart of the superheroes of the nation, Indian Air Force, from pilots to technicians to everyone. Tell your children that because of him, musicians, journalists, thinkers, pilots, all of them came together to stitch a story of, as champion Guru Mutanna said, Tricolor, and many other speakers, elders, whoever spoke from different parts of the world, passion, that was Ashok. Unfortunately, all good things will have to at some point of time end, like what happened to Ashok. This program also need to end. My salute to Venu and Ramji, because Air Force, they're all, I'm biased towards my pouch, Air Force. So salute to them, taking time out. And Hiranmai, you have, if you say, stole our hearts, that's not the right word. Amazing talent, God bless you. And a big pranams to Ustad Faiz Khan, who is shaping India's future musicians. A big pranam to him. And also Sumit, who Nayak, who played, and Deepak. And all of those colleagues of Ashok, Madhu, and all of those whoever have come. Numbers don't matter. Mahal doesn't matter. As somebody said, your intention. As Guru Kalam said, and one elder from California, he recited that thing from the Tamil thing. I always keep telling youngsters wherever I go to give the so-called inspirational talks, who does what is not important. What is being done. And perhaps that is what Ashok taught us all the time. A new definition to human relationships. And one man also told, remember, from tonight onwards to pick up and speak to those people whom you haven't spoken to. Great messages. Again, thanks to Ashok. Very proud of all of you. Stay safe. My pranams to Guru Kalam. Because of him, we got connected. With this today's program, I think it is going to be curtains for my endeavors in putting some spotlight on this great man. It is not that we're going to forget him, but we need to move on. So tributes to Ashok. We will keep him in our minds. We will we will have some awards in his name, all that. Thank you so much. And Mutanna sir, blessed to see you first when I opened the screen. That was I'm a guy who doesn't have script. You have seen my shoots. And thank you, Ramji, all the magicians of Indian Air Force, and Venu, my good new friend. So the magic you guys show, that magic keep me going as a man. So thank you for appreciating my madness. God bless all of you. Jai Hind.
Knowledge makes you great.
It's been 25 years of passionate chasing.